Ruh-roh, Raggy. We gotta find some Scooby snacks. Oh. 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 Hey guys, happy Halloween. Welcome back to the Juice Reacts channel. That is right. It is Halloween day. Hope you guys are being safe if you're going out on Halloween tonight. If you have already done it, hope you got a lot of good candy. If you still do trick-or-treating and all that stuff, I obviously don't. This is my trick-or-treat. Today, we are going to be doing a top 10 ranking. I know it's pretty controversial doing a top 10 ranking, but since it is All Hallows Eve, I thought that the most appropriate thing to do would be a top 10 spookiest moments in High School Musical, the series. You guys know HSM and HSMTMTS is my bread and butter. It is the stuff that I enjoy the most. Don't get me wrong, Julie and the Phantoms was fantastic. Love Julie and the Phantoms. And love Outer Banks. Love Never Have I Ever. But High School Musical is really where it's at. So that's what we're going to be doing. A lot of the top 10 lists are probably going to be focused on that because that's just what I know most. I don't know a ton about Julie and the Phantoms. Obviously, I could watch it more and learn about it more and then maybe do top 10 lists about that if you guys would be interested in that. But mainly the top 10 lists are going to be about High School Musical. Either the movies or the series, which this one is about. This one, the top 10 spookiest moments in the entire 4 seasons of the series. Now, spooky moments, this series isn't necessarily known for being overly spooky or scary or anything like that. So this list is mainly in jest because I know that mainly everyone that is on this channel, that watches this channel, that supports this channel is a huge Rena fan, including myself. I am a big Rena supporter, big Rena fan. If you don't know what Rena is, it is the ship name for Gina and Ricky on the series. So the reason why I say this series or this top 10 list is in jest is because a lot of these things on here are going to be making fun of previous ships, whether that is Portwell or whether that's Rennie. There could be some stuff. So don't come at me because your ship didn't win. I didn't write the show, so don't come at me. Coming in at number 10 is going to be Lily appearing at Miss Jen's door, Season 2, Episode 4. Now, if you're not familiar with what this means, and if you're not familiar with who Lily is a character that was only in Season 2 and the first episode of Season 3. She is from North High. Well, she started at East High, but then she moves to North High because she doesn't get cast as Belle. She goes to North High with Zachy Roy. She becomes the Belle of their version of Beauty and the Beast. And there's a big competition between East High and North High. But the specific spooky moment that I've chosen here is right when Lily decides that she's leaving East High to go to North High. It's late. It's the storm episode when the kids get stuck from the snowstorm at the school, and Miss Jen is at the school in her office late at night. It's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it is, and the camera's focusing on Miss Jen, and all of a sudden you hear this like weird cold breeze come through, and then she pans up and she looks, and Lily's at the door. It didn't make a noise. She's like a ghost, and she says that she's gonna go north. She's moving. She's going north, and so that is why I have put it on here at number 10. It's a spooky moment. It gives you chills because Lily's just a little freaky, and not in the good way. Number 9 is going to be... Now, this one could be taken a few different ways. This one is number 9. EJ tells Nene that he loves her. Season 1, Episode 1. Now, the reason this is spooky, to me at least, is because EJ and Nene have been dating for, at the most, a month and a half. At the absolute most, they've been dating a month and a half. They met at camp. They knew of each other, or EJ at least knew of her previously, but they started dating at camp, started getting feelings for each other. That carried over into the new school year. So at the most, it's been a month and a half, 2 months, maybe. And during the auditions for episode 1, EJ and Nene are aside on the back part of the stage, off screen, and then EJ, Nene's nervous. She speaks in that weird fake British accent, and EJ says, "That's why I love you." And it's just super creepy, super spooky, because first off, they haven't been dating that long. Why does he love her? I mean, I'm not a high schooler anymore, but when I was in high school, I didn't have that kind of feeling for any girl that I went to high school with after 2 months. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. But to me, EJ telling Nene that he loves her after that little amount of time of dating is pretty darn spooky. Number 8 on the list is a classic. It just happened recently. It is Mac following Gina on Instagram, season 4, episode 1. That is how the episode 1 ends, I'm pretty sure. It ends on Gina because Ricky had been texting her, and she thinks it's Ricky again, but then it's a notification that Mac follows her on Instagram. If you're not familiar with who Mac is a former teen or former child actor who had a Mac and what's it called? It's Mark and Spark, because his name's Mac, but his name in the show is Mark. Mark and Spark, with a show with him and a dog, kind of like Dog with a Blog, almost a little bit similar, because the dog can talk, I think. So think like that. But the show gets canceled after, I think, 7 seasons. He doesn't do much after that. Now he's a teen actor, and he gets cast along with his girlfriend Danny in High School Musical 4, The Reunion. So then we get him meeting Gina during costume fitting. He's shirtless and in his underwear. I didn't appreciate it. Gina leaves an interesting impression on him, and he follows her on Instagram at the very end of the episode. It's pretty spooky. None of us like Mac, especially when he's going after Gina. This is before, obviously, he decides that they're going to be friends because Gina tells him that they're dating. She's dating Ricky, so we get a little spooked out when Mac follows Gina on Instagram. At least I do. Number 7 on the list is another Lily one, and this one is more cringy than spooky, but it also could be spooky if you don't like Lily. This is Lily calling Ricky Richie. Season 3, episode 1. It's just disgusting. It doesn't work. I can get on board with Richard Bowen. I can get on board with Rick Bowen. I cannot get on board with Richie Bowen. That just does not work at all. And she's calling him Richie the entire episode, and it's just gross and spooky and cringy and disgusting, and makes you want to go, huh? Just this absolute nastiness. Lily just doesn't work. Their ship name is Licky. That alone is spooky as well. So the whole stuff is just not my vibe. So that is going to be number 7. Makes you give you the heebie-jeebies. Disgusting. Absolute disgrace to the name Richard Bowen. Number 6. We are getting pretty close to the top 5 right after this. Number 6 is an actual Halloween-themed spook. It is Maddox's Halloween prank, season 4, episode 4. Now, we know that it was just a prank, but Ashlyn didn't know that for sure when it happened. It fooled everybody. So basically what the prank was Maddox and Jet everybody was at Gina's house for Halloween party. Maddox and Jet came up with a prank because Maddox's Woman in the Woods prank didn't go so well because Jet kind of messed it up last season in the camp. So he wanted to help her out. He wanted to make things better. So he helps her with this prank, which is Maddox to turn the lights off, thinking it was a broken breaker, hardly know her. And everybody freaks out, and then Maddox gets shocked when she tries to fix it or something, and her hair gets all shocked and poofed up, and she's steaming, and she falls to the ground, and she's dead. That's the prank. And it works, especially on Ashlyn. But then, obviously, it's just a prank. She's okay. Ashlyn didn't take it very well. And I think we know why. And so, Maddox... Now, this one you could argue is a little bit too low. Maybe it needs to be a little higher because it is an actual Halloween prank, and we're talking about spooky moments. But like I said, this list is in jest for fans of other ships that didn't work out, basically, is how you can look at it. So, number 5, the top 5 moments are here. This one is a fan favorite. It is Nightmares Come to Life, Season 4, Episode 4. Same episode as the Halloween episode. This is what opens the Halloween episode. Ricky's getting sprayed down with cooking oil from his dad as he's in the Zac Efron Baywatch costume, not being Batman. And so he goes outside, and we cut to a music video. It's crazy. It caught me by surprise first when I saw it on the watch through. I was not expecting a song to start the episode. It was a great way to start the episode. And out of anything on this list, even the Halloween prank from the previous spot, this one probably deserves the most spot on this list because it is involving zombies. It gives you a little bit of Michael Jackson Thriller vibes slightly. I'm not going to compare it all the way because that's an iconic song, an iconic music video, but I mean, the kids do a great job. Everybody's turned into a zombie at the end, and it's a really good song. If you've never heard Nightmares Come to Life, just look it up. Look up the music video, or not the music video, look up the scene in the episode. It's really well done. It's probably their best group song they've done in the entire series. It's really well done. It's a good song on its own, but with the video along with it, it makes it even better. So, number 5 is Nightmares Come to Life. Number 4, The Woman in the Woods, Season 3, Episode 3. I talked about this previously when I mentioned number 6, the Halloween prank. The Woman in the Woods was Maddox's way to scare the newbies, to scare the new campers, the first-time campers, because The Woman in the Woods is a long tradition, spooky story kind of thing that you tell around a campfire, which is what Maddox was going to do, but Jet kind of ruins it when he makes fun of it and kind of, like, just doesn't get scared by it, just pushes it away, doesn't even really acknowledge that it's scary at all, so then nobody else gets scared, and the story's ruined. But there's one thing during those scenes that doesn't really ever get resolved. It is the fact that the camera pans away to a wide shot of all the campers around the fire as EJ is singing the Ballad of Susan Fine, and there's a shadow that pans across the screen from left to right. And we never get a resolve to that. We never get an answer, a solution to what that was, who that was, whatever it was. Maybe that was the Woman of the Woods. And that was pretty spooky. It leaves a lot of people questioning what happened there. So, number 4, The Woman in the Woods. Top 3 situations. This is where we get to the good stuff. Number 3, Ricky Calls Lily, Season 2, Episode 12. It is the season finale of Season 2. Everybody's going their separate ways. Nene's calling Gina's brother to go do the music stuff. We've got Gina and EJ trying to date, going out for their first kiss. We've got the rest of the crew in the Salt Lake Slices hanging out, having fun, eating pizza. But we've got Ricky off in the corner, and he calls somebody and he says, "Hey, Lily, it's Ricky." I mean, what are we doing here? When I talked about Lily calling Ricky Richie, and it makes me gag and throw up, when he says that, when that's who he's calling, disgusting. Kill me now. It's absolutely gross. Never want to see it again. There's only one girl for Ricky, and her name is Gina. So, absolute disgust. I mean, when Lily confesses her feelings for Ricky, she says, I love your big brown eyes and your big round hair. Who says I like your big round hair? What does that even freaking mean? It was never going to work. It was absolutely never going to work. It's disgusting. It's gross. They didn't have any chemistry. Number 3 on the list, spooky moment. Number 2, top 2. This one, same episode as the last entry on this list. It is going to be Gina asking EJ if he will be her first kiss. This one is gross, spooky, disgusting, unnatural, unnerving, all the other uns in the English language. It is every single one. Gina goes after EJ gets told by her brother, who, by the way, is doing the Lord's work. He tells him that Gina thinks of EJ as a brotherly figure, a big brother figure. And that throws EJ off because EJ had all these wild dreams and wild thoughts about being a relationship with Gina Porter, because who hasn't, if we're being honest? So he thinks that she thinks of him as a brother figure. He walks away. He's all sad. He's moping around. She comes out, says, EJ, I think you got some bad information. Can you be my first kiss? Or will you be my first kiss? And then he gets a goofy, stupid smile on his face. And then we get the awkward cutting in and out from EJ to Gina to EJ to Gina. And then season's over. We never get the kiss, obviously, because I'm pretty sure Sophia was underage and EJ was overage, so they couldn't show a kiss like that on camera. It is what it is. It was gross nonetheless. It was spooky as all get out. It was disgusting. Never want to see it again. Sorry, Portwell fans, you lost. Number 1, the top spooky moment in the entirety of all 4 seasons of High School Musical, the series. I think you might be getting the drift here. I think you might be knowing where I'm going with this. And this one is going to really make some people mad. This one is Ricky and Nene kissing. Season 1, episode 10, but really anytime Ricky and Nene kiss is a spooky moment. But specifically the season 1 finale, after Ricky gets done confessing his love for Nene, goes through the whole speech. Nene says, I think there's only one thing left to do when people run out of words to say. It's just to kiss. And then they do it. Crowds go wild. People are cheering, babies are born, everybody's happy, but no, because it was a toxic relationship from the start. It was gross, it was spooky, and I'm not having any of it. Rene fans, come at me if you want. I got Rena fans to back me up. I think I'm good. That is my top 10 spookiest moments in High School Musical, the series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. If you have any other suggestions, maybe you want to see on a spooky list that I might have misranked or maybe even left out entirely, leave them down below in the comments. Give your input. Give me your thoughts if you enjoyed my top 10 list or not. It's okay to not enjoy it. This is America. Unless you live in another country. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. I got to get out of this costume because it is hot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.